Hello everyone, this is Alien Reddit Stories, where I tell alien stories off of Reddit. I'll leave the link for the story in the description. Well, let's just get into it. Recycled from another thread from about a month ago. When I was 14 years old, we lived in Kuna, Idaho, a very small town. Not far, I don't know why it sounded like, you know what? I digress. Very small town, not far from Mount Home AFB. I'm going to say AFB is the Air Force Base. We lived on the south side of town, on West Kuna, Mora Road. I was like, Hawaii. There was BLM land across the street from my house to the south. I'm going to assure that this is not, you know what BLM, I don't think it's that one. And a landfill not far away. Just up the road, mostly sheep herders. In the hills to the south. Mods, please don't take this down. Not posting an address. There are several houses out there. Oh yeah, I guess Reddit is serious about their addresses. Eh? My mother was just coming home from grocery shopping, and I heard her call for me from the driveway, or my dad, or both. We have the same name, but the tone of her voice kind of chilled me. I could tell she was concerned, and this was more than her trying to get me to come bring in the groceries. Yeah, you know when your mom is in distress. Always help your mom. Salute to the moms out there. I could tell she was concerned, and this was more than her trying to get me to come bring in the groceries. My first thought was coyotes. He spells it coyotes, but I will forever call them coyotes. I came running with my brother and one of our sisters, and one of my two sisters, and my father. She pointed out to something that was hovering just south and east of us. But out over the landfill, she asked me, insert my name, "What is that?" Again, directed possibly at both my father and me. I had been attending every... What? But she just said insert your name. I had been attending every air show I could with my grandfather since I was old enough to walk, and my father worked in aerospace as a toolmaker. Wow. Salute to you both. We both grew up around airplanes, civilian and military. I have since worked as an intelligence analyst with access to highly sensitive information about aircraft and other military hardware from every developed nation. This is my guy. You're my guy right now. I need access to your mind. What is really out there? What could be out there? I still have no idea. Sorry, I digress. I still have no idea what this thing was or where it was from. The thing made a noise like a loud but distant vacuum cleaner. This was not the noise you would expect for a helicopter hovering at that range. Something I had already had lots of experience with. The thing was not moving and appeared to be about the size of a school bus. Hard to say what shape it was. It was nighttime and I only got to see it from one angle. It had some lights, but nothing remarkable. Seemed to be shining lights below onto something. Okay, I don't know what that means. After we stood out there for about a minute or so, it started to move, slowly. The noise got a little louder, but not what one would expect from something that large and that was hovering and moving slow. Yeah, I'd imagine not so. The thing traced the line of the road north. I think it just went along the line of the road. Down near our home, and we lost sight of it as it passed the little hill at the end of our road. This is where unbelievable becomes holy crap. I walked... Hey. We try to keep a PG out here on Alien Reddit Stories. I walked around the east side of the house to try and pick up the thing visually as it passed the end of our row of houses, down by our trampoline in the backyard. That has a trampoline? Oh, you're living life out there. I saw it follow the road about 30 to 40 feet above the ground, still not making a lot of noise. Then in literally a blink of an eye, the light went from down the road in front of me to hovering over the lights across the valley that were illuminating the Bogus Basin ski runs. Bogus Basin. Oh, sorry about that. Bing Maps tell me this is about 36 miles away as a crow flies. Oh my god, no insult to Bing, but who uses Bing as search engine? I digress. Silent, instant acceleration. The light did not blink. It moved 30-something miles in less than a fraction of a second. Wow. I tracked it the whole time, not believing what I was seeing. The thing hovered over Bogus Basin. Bogus Basin. Sorry, I'm like a child inside. But I digress. About a half a second, maybe a full second, then it shot straight up about the same speed with which we crossed the valley. I then lost it in the star field as it went straight up from the mountain. Stars are always bright at night in Kuna. So lucky, I live in a city. All I see is a barf, yellow, and orange hue, like clouds above me. I digress. Sorry. I remember it kind of resembled a framework that didn't blow up. but much faster and higher. The next morning on the bus, I told our friends from the end of the row of houses about what we had all seen. They made fun of me, and it was one more weird thing to be ridiculed for over the next day or so. Yeah, kids can be cruel. I was also a strange kid and a kind of a social outcast. Yeah. That sucks. That sucks. You know what I mean? I was a really cool kid, but you know what? I digress. This isn't about me. The subject didn't come up again until we moved away. The day before we left, my friend from the end of the street confessed that he, his brother, and mom and dad had all seen the same thing. Well, there you go. But had been too embarrassed to admit it in front of anyone on the bus, and that their parents had told them not to talk about it because people will say they were crazy. Yeah. Even adults are cruel, man. Cruel world we live in. But I digress. To give an idea of the timeline, this was in the late 80s/early 90s. Intentionally not trying to repost my exact birth here on Reddit. In the middle of... Yeah, that's good. Don't ever dox yourself. People are insane on the internet. In the middle of the night, middle to late 90s, I served in U.S. Army intelligence. Army oxymoron. Yes. Yeah, it's... Wow, I guess it's kind of an oxymoron. But I digress. As a 96 D10 imagery analyst. Ground, sea, and air order of battle was my entire MOS. My personal forte was always AOB. I don't know what an AOB. I know FOB is a forward operating base, but an AOB is, I don't know, away operating. You know what? I digress. You guys look it up. You have the internet, okay? You're on it right now, for God's sake. I digress. My job was looking at images of equipment and understanding what those are and what the capabilities of them are, and then communicating that information for operation requirements. My job involved knowing as much about enemy and friendly hardware as possible in order to file accurate reports for command and to understand what it was I was looking at, what it means to have certain equipment in certain theaters of operations at certain times. Yeah, you definitely got all the lexicon of a military man. Salute you for your service. Nothing moves like this thing moved. Yeah, 30 miles in a blink of an eye. That is horrifying. Nothing we have. Nothing anyone has. Some people will believe me. Some will not. I believe you. One day I'll tell my story. But I digress. I know what I saw, and I will die knowing what I saw. I do not ever expect to have this experience explained to my satisfaction. But I'm certain of it, as I am certain of my own name. Sir, I believe you. You know aircrafts. You're an intelligence officer. You work on the AOB, whatever that is. I'm sorry. That was stab at my own intelligence. But I digress. If you made it this far, go ahead and hit the alien subscribe button. Go ahead and smash that Reddit like button and get that stories button pressed. I'm trying to grow this channel, so whatever you could do in regards to that, it will be really, really appreciated. But you don't owe me your time, and I thank you for watching this video. If I never hear from you again, I will be satisfied knowing that you got one of my stories. And I'll leave my email in the description for anyone who wants to send a story. We already have one story, believe it or not, already. I forget which one it is, but you can look it up. Maybe, you know what, I'll put thumbnail sent story from going forward. But I digress. Thanks for coming by, and I'll see you all on next time on Alien Reddit Story.